Hello there, and thank you so much for watching this week's video message. It's springtime here, finally, and so many exciting things are happening with the Literacy Nest. But as we get closer into April, you may or may not know, April is National Poetry Month. I've always enjoyed teaching poetry, reading poetry, enjoying poetry with my students for as long as I've been a classroom teacher and beyond. And so when I was given the opportunity to actually write poetry with a level of decodability, I knew that my challenged readers, my growing readers, were going to enjoy them as well. And so for several years, I have had a digital version in my Teachers Pay Teacher store and in the Literacy Nest shop. But when approached by Simple Words Publishing, I was able to create a brand new edition as a printed book and a hard copy to sell with them. And I'm really, really excited to share the final results. So here's the book, Sprouting Seeds. I'm tabbed a few sections just so I can show you. So you will find that this book is a really nice size for kids. It's 8.5 by 11. It's soft cover, and the pages open up nice and flat. And so you can make photocopies of the pages if you want to give to your students in the classroom. But it's a really nice, I think, size book for kids to hold. Now, so we have the illustration on the cover, but there are no illustrations for the actual poems. The poems just have text. When you open the book, what we've done here is put a full table of contents. And in the table of contents, you'll see the poem title, the concept that is being taught, and the page number that you'll find it on. Okay, so there are over 85 poems in this book. And they follow a systematic progression. When working with editors on this particular edition of Sprouting Seeds, we did strive for a couple of things. First thing we really were striving for, high decodability. So following the systematic progression that you will see in the table of contents, you will see that we worked hard not to put in words that hadn't already been introduced. And so if you tend to follow the progression that I follow for my resources, you'll see that Sprouting Seeds really follows that Orton-Gillingham progression quite nicely. Then you'll see after the table of contents that we've organized the poems by levels. And the levels, honestly, are not levels that you would see perhaps like with a guided reading level or anything like that. They are just the levels that adhere to the progression that I follow with the resources that I make for my Orton-Gillingham resources. So, but the nice thing is that each level has a description. So what is going on in that level? What is being introduced? And what are some of the words that you're going to see perhaps in those poems, and some of the perhaps words up at the top that you may use as your read words or learned words. Okay, so you'll see those listed as well. And so what I really, really love is the size of the font. It's really nice and clear, plenty of white space. If you've used the decodable poems with students in the past, these work really, really well with the kids that may still have a level of reluctancy with reading a full book or even a full page passage. So these are really, really nice for building their confidence, giving them some extra decoding practice. So I really love this one. It's called The Class Pet. And you don't know what the class pet is until you read to the very end, and it reveals what the class pet is, which is a slug, which really isn't very exciting, but kids have fun guessing along the way. All right. And sometimes I've included a few poems that are for two voices. So what we've done here is mark them with little symbols so that if there are two different readers, they can take turns reading their parts. These are actually really nice to send home for families to practice with their child so they can read a part, the other child and the child can read to them and sort of listen in. So you'll notice, like, for instance, my shadow, you're going to see that, okay, so this is an OW poem. So we've only put in words that have been, with concepts that have been introduced so far in the progression. I love that one. And then I really, really enjoy this one. So as we get further on, like for instance, this one's consonant plus LE called I Stumble Over Words. And I think that this one will really speak to a lot of our challenged readers who may identify with some of the things that happen to them when they feel like they get stuck on words. But it's also one that I think can not only be a bit of a mirror, but one of a message of hope as well, and a little bit humorous too. All right. So I will put the link to Finding Sprouting Seeds in this video. It's found directly on the Simple Words website, but it will be coming on Amazon soon as well. I don't have the exact date for that, but right now in March 2023, that's where we're at. So definitely check out Sprouting Seeds. We are accepting purchase orders. So now if you're working on your school time budgets and you want to put in an order for the following school year, this is a great time. And the publishing company is happy to accommodate that. Just let them know how you'd like to send forth your purchase order. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this today. Enjoy National Poetry Month and celebrating poetry. And once again, if you could follow on YouTube, that would be amazing. Or you can watch all of my videos as well in the Literacy Nest video vault. I will see you next time.